What's going on, crew? It's your boy. And you know, when I'm smiling, I'm laughing. I mean, it was a good weekend. I mean, it wasn't a great weekend, but it was a good weekend. I'm pretty impressed because, like I admitted to during the NBA season, is that I'm okay at football. I win some, lose some, but I'm not that great. And I admitted that I'm not that great. But week one, I cashed. I brought home money. And I'm gonna kind of go over it with you guys and just walk you through my mind, my thoughts doing it. Help you guys understand what I did. I kind of took a basketball approach when I picked my lineup. Richie Turner, what's going on, kiddo? I kind of took a basketball approach, and I went with people who were all expected to give me back something. Right? My lineup didn't look like it was going to take down $1 million, but it looked like it was going to bring me back some profit. So I placed 44,000. Let's see the chart. I wonder how much more points I would have. So I almost doubled my money. I was in the you got to get 79,000 at least, win your money plus some. I paid $20 to get in. I won back a little $30. I'm not mad at that. I wish I was up here somewhere in the hundreds. That was the goal, but let's look at the lineup. Let's see where I went right, where I went wrong. All right, let's open it up, man. Let's open it up. It's time to get that chicken, says Richie Turner. Yeah, man. I mean, I ate. I don't want to call it chicken, but I ate. So, defense was my highest scorer, and I think that's what kind of catapulted me into the win. And my strategy was yesterday, man, was to pick a defense that either played the rookie Tolzien, which last year I saw what they did to him. The defenses ate him up whenever that quarterback sat out in Indiana. So that it was either him or the theme last year as well was whoever the Browns played, picked their defense. But I went with the Tolzien guy, whoever was playing him. And I think that's going to be my strategy next week until they find a quarterback in Indiana who can do something, because the guy sucks, man. He throws a lot of pick sixes. He's just horrible. The guy's horrible. So I went with that. Then I wanted to have 3 running backs: Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell, and Zeke Elliott. So I had a preliminary lineup, but I came on here last minute. Those who watch my show, shout out to you. And I changed that around a little bit to get those 3 guys in, because I feel like those are the 3 guys who could have went off for me. Le'Veon Bell, if he would have had a good game yesterday, I'd have been up so much. And he was one of the highest owned people on this slate. So for me to have a disappointing chalk and still hit cash, that's pretty good. He was the big chalk, 25% owned. 25% owned. And this guy didn't get to do much. A little disappointed in the Le'Veon Bell, but I wanted him. Next week, would I pick him again? How much is he? 9.8. Playing who? I gotta check it out. I don't know if I'll pick him again. I just seen I guess because he didn't go to training camp, they think he's out of shape a little bit. Plus, he's kind of fighting the organization. If it's one thing I learned from like a person like Victor Cruz, is when your organization doesn't like you, they're gonna make it where you're not as valuable for that max contract that you're seeking. So I think Le'Veon Bell's situation is a little weird, something that I want to follow as the season go along. But Zeke Elliott, I got in last minute. Definitely didn't regret it. All right, he didn't even get a touchdown. He still brought me 20 plus points. Charles Clay and Carson Wentz, the next superstars. I want to give credit to my boy Gabe Santana. Shout out to Gabe. Some way, somehow, he just made his way in my room. He said, yo, Charles Clay. I'm like, why Charles Clay? He's like, trust me. He's the focal point of that offense. So I said, all right, Charles Clay. I threw him in. Had to switch some other things around because, he wasn't on my radar initially. But listen to the big homie, got Charles Clay in there. And Charles Clay was able to do me very well. And I actually watched that game because it was on TV here in New York. And he dropped a touchdown that ended up being an interception. If he'd have caught that touchdown, he'd have had even a better day. And what I realize is he's the red zone target for them, which is what you want. So Charles Clay is somebody to keep an eye on going forward, and his price is still low, especially the Jets, who we know. The Jets give up a lot of long balls, and he's not like a long ball guy. He's not going to get you an 80-yard reception, but somebody that I would definitely keep an eye on for week 2. Sanu, I just had a good feeling about the whole time. Same for Marvin Jones, and they both did decent. Marvin Jones got me a touchdown. Sanu got me over 10 points. I'm not mad about that. They both did good. My biggest regret, not even Le'Veon Bell, was this Decker kid. I didn't know what to expect from him. Coming from New York, and I live in New York, and I watch a lot of Jets games. I see he's a good slot receiver. So I said, let me give him a chance. But they didn't really target him. They didn't care about him. They didn't touch him. So that's my bad. How much I paid? Like $5K? It's quite a bit. Could have done better for that. But it's all right. Eric Decker kept me. I was in the money. I'm happy. Next week we're gonna improve. Got to get the boy Gabe Santana up at the show because this is his sport. He makes sure he reminds me all the time. This is what I do. Football. If you're basketball, I'm football. He says so. I just like to look at the winners lineup and see what they did. Shout out to Todd Gurley. He did all right. Got him 20 points. Shady McCoy, Antonio Brown, Crabtree, Fitzgerald, Zach Ertz. And it's funny because Zach Ertz is actually on my he's right here. He's on my season-long fantasy team. Fitzgerald, I'm not really a fan of. How much they wanted for him? 6. Tariq Cohen is who helped this guy win. This guy must be a Bears fan, is he? That's what his name says, right? Bears. So he knew something in Chicago that we didn't know, apparently. He went and got this running back, Tariq Cohen, for $3K, and he blew the heck up for him, pushing right into $1 million last night. So it pays to be a Bears fan, apparently. Because who the heck was 0.2% on? Look at that. But he must have listened to the right radio station in his hometown and heard something about this Cohen guy. Make him put him in. So yeah, we won money yesterday, man. We won money. And I'm pretty impressed about it. Just gonna take a quick look at next week. See what that looks like. Just the prices and who we could fool around. Let me see who's in the chat and what they saying. Let's see. How about them Cowboys? Cowboys did good, man. Jason said you're gonna do a Monday night lineup. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video and then do another one. That's cool. Corey Davis got a lot more run than I expected. That hurt Eric Decker. Yeah, I had Davis in a couple lineups. Definitely, man. Something hurt Decker. I'm gonna stay away from Decker. I see they're not gonna use him like the Jets use him, so that's enough for me to say no. I'm gonna stay away. So next week for quarterback, I might mess with some Alex Smith again, man. They got him so cheap. Philly defense, from what I saw, Philly defense was okay, but it's Alex Smith. I like Alex Smith. He's cheap. It's gonna help me pay up some other places. This Jared Goff kid looked all right too. That Jared Goff kid looked all right, man, for $5K. I might mess with some him. He's cheap. Mess with some Jared Goff. Some Alex Smith. Those are guys I would recommend at the quarterback. I'm not going to build a lineup. I'm just kind of looking at what I like. So let's fix Smith. Running backs. Ajayi is cheap, man. You got to mess with some Ajayi for that price. If you want to mess with Kareem Hunt again at your risk, we know Gurley is going to get you some points. Who's the backup? If you want to save some money, You pick on this Indiana team. We know that this Johnson kid, David Johnson, is going to be out for a few weeks. So go ahead and pick on his backup, whoever they say his backup is. That'll save you a good change next week. Because Indiana sucks, man. And what's going to happen is they're going to jump out on a big lead on them. And then it's going to be the run game. And then the run, trust me, you want Arizona's backup next week, man. Trust me on that. Whoever Arizona backup is, you want to get on that person. And they got it as Kerwin Williams. I wonder why they got Andre Ellington as a third string. Whatever. So I'm just going to assume it's him. Throw him over, Kerwin Williams. Definitely want to pick on the backup for David Johnson against Indiana next week. I would even pair up Ellington with him and just call it just in case the lead is so big, they don't want to risk their number 2 guy. That thing is going to be a blowout in Indy next week. And then definitely like me some. Oh, Marshawn Lynch. Although he didn't do much, I like what he did. The little that he did do. I love Marshawn Lynch for that price. But here I gotta say, Jay, man, Jay at the end of last year, he showed me too much for me not to consider him. I'm gonna skip wide receivers and check out some tight ends real quick. I gotta go back with that Charles Clay kid, man. Shout out to Gabe Santana, man. The way that I saw him involved in that offense, he was like a top target. And for $3K, he'll save me a lot of money. Then defense, I want to pick on Indiana. Whoever plays Indiana, I just want their defense. Normally, I don't pay up for a defense. To pay $4K for a defense is crazy. But I think the Cardinals, man. I think against Indiana, that's my. I'll leave Seattle alone. I don't care who they play. Baltimore against Cleveland. That's a good one too. Anybody against Cleveland is always good. But Cleveland showed a little bit of spark yesterday, guys. Cleveland definitely showed a little bit of spark. So I wouldn't really count them out. You know the Seahawks. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. But I'm just certain Seahawks is like picking Seahawks is like me picking Dwight Howard in basketball. You know, I'm just not a big Seahawks guy. I don't really like them. I don't mess with any of their players ever. It's just my stubbornness against the Seahawks. Just trying to see if there's anything else that looks like an obvious steal down here. Not really. I think I'm gonna have to pay up. I'll pay that $4,100 next week. Go ahead and pick on that Tolzien guy for defense. And that opens me up here. I could go pay up for a big money guy that's guaranteed. Now, we know Antonio Brown, man. He's almost guaranteed to get you what you want. Always, man. The guy is like fantasy gold, man. Let me see what y'all talking about so far. See what y'all talking about, man. Normally, I wouldn't like Smith, but Eagles lost Darby yesterday, so their cornerbacks are trash now. Seattle is real nice, too. They're going to get a ton of sacks. I'm a 49er fan. Our line is a joke. Yeah, I agree. I actually gave them a second look. I'm just not I don't mess with Seattle, man. Ever since they did that to my boy in the Super Bowl, I stay away from everything Seattle, man. Beast Mode was on the 1-yard line. They could have gave him the ball. I got so much to say about that play. It still plays in my head. I wanted him. They lost. I won. I had a flipping NFL box. Okay, you know when you buy the box with the scores on it, and if your score comes out, you win. If Beast Mode ran that ball in and they won that day, I would have won over, I think, $6,000. They cost me. All right, they lost me a lot of money on that stupid play. They throw the ball, dude intercepted the ball, game over. I would never mess with Seattle. I don't want no parts of Seattle. It's a personal bias. If you like Seattle defense, pick them. But I'm going Carter. I do not touch Seattle. Anything they do, I'm not with it. I'm not touching it. Sorry. Just can't do it. But anyway, Jordy Nelson I like. I saw how they used him yesterday. I like Jordy Nelson. Wide receivers are so hit or miss, man. It's so crazy. Crabtree. Oh, my God. They're going to be using him like crazy. There's no stopping Crabtree. Jets sucks. They're going to go up a long touchdown to Crabtree. Remember I told you. Gronkowski's going to see the ball quite a bit, especially now that they just lost. They're going to be looking to really come back and come back strong. Ty Montgomery. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and pull him in. I like how they use Ty. I'm going to pull Ty in there. I like Ty. And then my wide receivers, what I got per player? 6,000. So I could pick some. I could pick a big shot, right? I want to say Antonio Brown, man. He's such a monster. But for 9K, what would he do to my? And I still won't be too broke. I could still get some Antonio Brown in there. He's such a monster. I just don't like to pay up for that, especially when they're going against a team that's going to keep it into a slow-scoring game. It's going to be a low-scoring game, you know? I feel like Julio Jones would be more of a target when this is a game that you probably want to stack too. Atlanta, Green Bay is going to be high scoring. A lot of offense is going to be in that game. Both teams already, they like to air it out. It's going to be a high scoring game. I feel it already. Crabtree, man. I just loved what I saw from Crabtree. Like, I'll mess with some Crabtree. Depending on what Keenan Allen does tonight, I might like him too. He's on my season-long team. Alshon Jeffrey didn't get the ball that much last night. I don't know why. Jarvis Landry, another guy worth some consideration. Let's see. I think I might have to pick on some Antonio Brown, no matter who they play. If I could afford him, really can't afford that 9K. It's gonna really make me have to go back to like a Decker kind of guy. And this is not gonna be my final line. I'm gonna break down each game one by one for next week in a video. I'm gonna do a whole slate breakdown, go through why I like certain players, look at other opponents. But this is just a recap / preview. You know what I mean? Jordy Nelson. I gotta take Jordy Nelson in that shootout. I could do that comfortably. And then down here, see, let me see what you guys talking about. Stack Smith with Tyreek Hill. Says Jason. He says Stack Smith with Tyreek Hill. Let's check it out. Always open to Tyreek Hill. He was dealing with some cramps. Yeah, it's not a bad if he's the #1 target, that's not a bad look. It's not a bad suggestion, I guess. It leaves me broke though. I'll take out Jordy Nelson for that 7,900. I know he got a touchdown this week, but it's Aaron Rodgers. It's not one of those situations where you need he's not like a #1 target. He has so many options that depending on the week, he might get it, he might not. Crabtree, Tyreek Hill, Clay, Ty Montgomery. 6,900, and I'm still having a hard time finding I'm not touching the seat. I think Doug Baldwin would fit nice here, but something about the Seahawks, man. It's like my curse, man. You got to stack a Hill, Hunt, and Tyreek. Oh, yeah. That's just how. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that, Mr. Lee. Not opposed to that. Hunt looked all right. He did. Not opposed to that. That actually works. That actually works for me. Well, not really, because I don't want to touch this backup kid. But let's see. I saw Philly. They played some decent defense last night. I won't call it the greatest. 49 for a wide receiver. Probably go back to Sanu. Yeah, I love me some Sanu, guys. Trust me, Sanu will never disappoint, man. He's gonna get you something. He's gonna be targeted. He's gonna get you some points. What did Jackson do yesterday? Oh, they didn't even play. Deshaun Jackson against Chicago Bears. Deshaun Jackson. Sean Jackson, I'd rather Sanu. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of Sanu. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of Deshaun Jackson. Crowder. Nah, he sucked. Garcon in San Fran. You play Garcon if you don't like money. Corey Coleman. Who they playing? Baltimore. Corey Coleman not a bad consideration, man. I see Cleveland doing all right this year. Eagles with those safeties have been great versus Titans for a while. I think Hill gonna do better than Kelsey again. Win or lose, Stafford's gonna put up numbers. Win or lose, Stafford is gonna put. I don't know. Stafford yesterday didn't look too good, man. Stafford didn't look too impressive yesterday. Trying to see how I could fill this last spot. I'm going big on Kansas City. I did say that you got to stack some Kansas City. I just don't like to chase. You know, I feel like I'm chasing with these 3 Kansas City picks. But if they come out and put up big points, and they did it against New England, which is a pretty good defense, you know what I mean? I feel like Alex Smith is going to be the new. I feel like Kansas City is going to be the new Atlanta this year. I don't know why I feel it. They're going to score points every game. Kansas City is well equipped. They're healthy. They got it. They got the right tools, man. All right, let's see what we're doing here. I think I'm going to go back with some Sanu, man. I think Sanu is in line for a big one. And then I can upgrade somewhere else. Let's see. Where would I want to? Let's see. Alex Smith. I'll get a $6,100. I like Smith. I won't touch him. A J. So I get a $6,800 running back. Wait, what's my options there? Gurley. Swap out Gurley for a J. Nah, Jay does too much for his team. Crabtree, I get $7,500 back for that. Nah, what I saw from Crabtree was good. Tyreek Hill, I got $6,600. Hold on to that. Ty Montgomery, I think I could risk some of that for a flex. Let's see, $6,200 for a flex. For Ty Montgomery, I'm still not too impressed. Steph Diggs, Marshawn Lynch against the Jets. Beast mode against the Jets. Beast mode against. I wouldn't take out Ty Montgomery though. You know, I just don't want that Green Bay game to get out of control and they have to depend on the passing game, and then I'm stuck with a Ty Montgomery. But he's good in the passing game too. That's why I don't want to move him. It's Jordan Howard kid, man. He'll be the only person I'll swap out for, and I'm not even big on that. I think I could spare $400. This is preliminary before I do the breakdown. This is what I like, man. I think it's a balanced lineup all around. I'm going to enter it real quick for next week, just to hold that spot for me. And let's see how it turns out, man. Let's see how it turns out. Any thoughts before I get out of here? No, you guys pretty quiet right now. It's early in the morning. And I'm gonna sign out, man. Congratulations to everybody who played my lineup last night. I know you guys won back some type of money, and that's what we do this for. I did take a look at some of the other YouTubers, and they lineup didn't look too well. I don't know, but I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna talk to you guys. Peace.